Mike Welsch coming to you from Saratoga with my colleague Dave Grening, the one guy who doesn't have to read Friday's paper because he wrote Friday's paper, or most of it. Anyway, we're here for another opening of Saratoga. I know Dave, delighted to be here, couldn't wait to get up, and looking forward to the meet, and what better person to tell us what to expect in Saratoga 2018. Dave, Justify, we know, is not coming, so give the people a few reasons why they should come here anyway during the summer.
Well, because no matter what day you come, you could see a future star. We have 2-year-olds galore in Saratoga. To me, that's what the meet's about. I mean, if you get a great horse that comes for the Travers, that's all well and good, but up until the time that you get to the last Saturday in August, it's all about, to me, the 2-year-olds. We start off with the Schuylerville on Fridays. Horses coming from 6 different racetracks that broke their maidens at 6 different racetracks that will show up. You have the Sanford on Saturday with it's like the Noah's Ark race, 2 from Pletcher, 2 from Asmussen, 2 from Cassie, and then you have a great maiden race, I think, a potentially great maiden race on Saturday in the 6th race. In the 2-year-old preview I did, I think I've got pushes on 5 or 6 of the 8 horses, but you have Nitrous to beat in that spot for Steve Asmussen, who I think is going to have a very good meet 2-year-old wise. So to me, it is about the 2-year-olds up until we get to Travers Week.
Yeah, I was talking to Wayne Lucas, and he said he's got some pretty nice babies here. He said, but you never know. You get in the starting gate next to next year's Derby winner, perhaps. So we'll see how that pans out. Opening weekend, couple of Grade 1 races. I know you're really looking forward to the one on Sunday, the Coaching Club Oaks, 2 real superstars in there.
Could be the race of the meet, even though it's only day 3. It's Monomoy Girl, the leader of the 3-year-old division, versus Midnight Bijou, the #1 ranked contender. I know we have some up-and-comers that are getting their act together, like the Red Rubies of the world, Wonder Gadots, and Talk Vouv to me, but these 2 are the ones that really have set the standard in the division. Monomoy Girl, 4 graded stakes in a row, 3 Grade 1s. It's an opportunity, in my opinion, to virtually do everything but cement the 3-year-old filly title. If she were to beat Midnight Bijou for a second time, she beat her in the Oaks. Midnight Bijou had a little trouble in the Oaks, but still, a win's a win. And she came back, she came back in the Acorn and ran a tremendous race that day. Midnight Bijou now in the barn of Steve Asmussen for our colleague Barbara Livingston, just to get caught up to speed. And she comes back and wins the Mother Goose impressively. And now, to me, what I like about this matchup is the distance doesn't favor anybody. This is what Midnight Bijou could do best. This is what Monomoy Girl could do best. They do other things. Midnight Bijou may want the Alabama distance of 1.25 miles. Monomoy Girl did win the Acorn at 1 mile, but this is what they are showcased at. This is the distance that they will meet up in the Breeders' Cup if they get that far, and I just think it's a phenomenal matchup.
Okay, those are the 3-year-old fillies. Let's talk about the 3-year-old colts. We know Justify won't be here. That really changes things here. The second half of the year, it's completely wide open in the division. Who do you think we need to focus on here the next 6 weeks?
Well, I think the fascinating thing for the Travers to me is a Catholic boy potentially going back to the dirt. And I think more than potentially. I mean, I think everything they've said since the Belmont Derby indicates that they're going to run in the Travers. And I think this horse could be as good on dirt as he is on turf. I think this more upside for this horse as we go along. He tried the dirt. He won the Remsen. Ran well in the Sam F. Davis, got beat, bled in the Florida Derby. We can draw a line through that one, and then he's come back with some 2 good efforts on the grass. But I'm not so sure that he won't be equally as effective on the dirt, and I look forward to seeing him. As for the rest of the ones that come out of the Triple Crown that everyone knows, it's a little bit light, Mike. I mean, if you go back down the Derby, so let's see, Justify won it. He's not showing up. Good Magic's going to the Haskell. I don't think he's a guarantee to come back in the Travers. 3rd was Audible. He's done for the year. 4th is Instilled Regard. He's now with Chad Brown. Hasn't breezed yet. I don't think you'll see him here. Go down. My Boy Jack was 5th. I mean, you keep going down the list, and we're eliminating more than we're gaining. Hofburg, I think, is going to run the Curlin. Vino Rosso, the Jim Dandy. Gronkowski is going to miss the Jim Dandy. They're going to try and train him up to the Travers. I'm still not convinced. I'm not all in on Gronkowski yet. I think the Gronkowski that people are going to want to see in the summer is going to be in your neck of the woods there, participating in the Patriots summer camp. I don't know, sir, that the horse is necessarily going to be a star here this meet. Hofburg, Jim Curlin, Vino Rosso, Jim Dandy, Prince Lucky, who won the Easy Goers, out. He's going to miss the Curlin that they were pointing him to. We'll have to see if Lone Sailor worked here nicely the other day, see if he shows up in a race like the Jim Dandy, but we got to see some more. This crop that we had pegged as one of the top 3-year-olds in many years to come may not be as deep as we thought.
Yeah, like I said, Lone Sailor's coming here now because of the news that Justify won't be here, and that's going to be the case with a few of them. We might see 14 or 16 enter the Travers by the time we get there at the end of the meet. How about some upgrades here? I know yesterday we went over. They've got a new facility here at the end of the grandstand called The Stretch, I believe. pretty nice looking spot to be for the races. Talk about what new aside from the racing here this year.
Yeah, that stretch looks to be a pretty cool area. It's at the 3/16 pole. It can accommodate between 650 and 700 people. They have, sort of what they call social boxes that you can get. Some of them have just seats. Some of them have couches. They all have Android tablets that you can watch the races on, bet the races on. You can order food. You can make your next reservation for another day to come. There's a bar that looks like it could be a nice little sports bar. Now it will cost you to get in there. You can't just walk up to the bar and say, "Hey, I'm here." But if you're willing to fork over a little bit extra money, I think it costs you about $25 to get into that area. But if it looks like a good hangout. It's designed to attract a younger type of audience, give them someplace else to go other than the box seats areas that you have to wear a coat and tie in. It's more of a casual setting, and I think it fits with what they're trying to do here. It's a modern upgrade to an older facility.
We can go on and talk about the meet, but nobody wants to listen to us anymore. That's enough. You're going to see plenty of us during the meet here at DRF.com. The daily videos. We got the Clocker reports coming up. Dave's coverage here, second to none at Gulfstream at Saratoga. So just stick with us all year long here, all through the meet at DRF.com and on DRF Live for the best coverage anywhere of Saratoga 2018.